AITA for refusing to include another child in my math instruction for my son. My older son, 12 meters, is very interested in math and has the aptitude to match. Not a huge surprise, as I was the same and went on to get advanced degrees in a quantitative field. Due to my wife's job, we relocated to a smaller town. The public schools have become a mess since COVID, so we enrolled him in what is regarded as the academically strongest private school in the area. It's okay, but not nearly as good as the public school in our old home city. We supplemented son's math with an online program last year, at which he excelled. Math at school was a total waste, but he could afford the lost time. But he has a lot of interests: music, coding, bouldering, baseball, etc., and now homework load is increasing. Time is scarce and he can't double up on math using evening time. We asked the school if he could just use his math period to go to the library and get ahead on homework, but they refused. No one to supervise was the reason given. And doing synchronous online math in the library won't work, because his schedule is blocked and the time of day he does math moves around. My office, remote, is a 3-minute walk from the school, on purpose, picked for drop-off fees, so I asked if I could take charge of his math education, in the library. School agreed. My son asked if I would consider including one classmate, Jane. He vouched for her math skill, interest and work ethic. I asked her parents if I could review her assessment results and evaluate her myself. She wasn't quite up to where my son is, but close enough that I could make it work, and she seemed very hardworking and enthusiastic. So far, so good. A few weeks into this, I get a call from the school. The parents of another student, Joe, are upset that he was not offered a chance to participate. My son's sense was that Joe doesn't like math especially and is poorly behaved. I didn't really want another kid, but I asked to see his assessments before I said no, because I assumed they'd show he wasn't ready and I could decline on non-subjective grounds. His parents shared, and indeed he is just at grade level. When I declined, his parents got quite upset. They called the school to complain about favoritism. They called and berated me, too, insisted that if I took Jane then I needed to take all comers, that I was discriminating against their child. We are all same race/religion. I wouldn't budge. They asked the school not to allow the accommodation for my son and Jane. I told the school that if I got any more guff, my kid was just going to do online school. He was admitted to a very high-level online program, but decided to only take one evening computer science class. The parents are bad-mouthing me to all who will listen. At first I was silent, but now I respond that Joe did not demonstrate aptitude for advanced math in my view and would not be able to keep up. So, AITA for refusing to include Joe? AITA for giving Joe's lack of aptitude as a reason?